Right, here we go. John, bow holds.
Oh, Christ.
Viola bow holds. I mean, I know how I do my violin bow holds, but, what's your thought on this?
So I think for a viola, we need to have your first finger slightly further up the bow than on a violin, because you need the extra weight and power.
Yeah.
So obviously that's slightly dependent on hand size, but let's say if you had normally your second finger opposite your thumb,
Yeah.
which would put your hand here on the bow, that's going to give you a lot of lift from pinky, lots of control, brilliant, but not so much sound and not so much weight, which for a viola suffers because of our string length and tension. So we need to move the hand up a position to wherever's comfortable.
The whole hand?
Yes. So not including leave the thumb behind.
Leave the thumb behind, right,
leave the thumb
okay.
behind. Sorry, my bad. So for me, I have my ring finger, my fourth finger, in the U-bend there.
Yes.
Yes. And that gives, that gives
Not that kind of U-bend. Yeah.
that gives an amazing extra bit of weight. But of course, then pinky has to work a little bit harder. For me, that's a trade-off. We're musicians, we deal in sound. Anything that's going to make me sound better, I'll take. And I'll deal with the consequences of what I'm doing there. The next thing to say is that I'm really trying to focus on having the most relaxed thumb pad here always, so that the hand can move up and down on the bow this way.
Okay.
And I can really close the jaws of my thumb and my first finger. So when I'm playing fortissimo, my first joint of my hand is actually lower than my finger, because that's the amount of weight that needs to go into the string. So I'm drawing out. There is a bit of a difference, I think, for us between violin and viola. On violin, most people, it would seem to me, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not trying to besmirch anybody.
Besmirch us.
I think most people think down, and that's it.
Yeah, I suppose. We think weight of the arm sinking into the string. Yeah,
couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, but for viola, we need something else. We also need to separate the stick and the hair, so that the hair is being pulled, the stick is pulling apart that way. So I'm thinking 2D, not just 1D.
Okay.
Yeah, so as my hand comes down to add weight, I'm also pushing the stick that way.
Towards me.
Towards the skull, yes, towards you. So you can see the extra amount of hair that's coming out. And this, I'll show you the difference in sound. So if I play, and I promise you I'm not fudging this.
Yeah?
Yeah, so this is, let's say, I don't know, let's call it 5 mezzo forte. And you'll hear, that's a nice sound. Nothing wrong with that. Now, if I now add away, it's just giving you another set of
So you're
harmonics.
leaning forwards there with your first finger?
No, so the whole of my weight from my forearm, my upper arm, is going that way. Okay. And the channel for that, of course, is your first finger. Yeah, and then I'm doing, and I totally agree with you, that it's the whole arm coming down and everything else. But with the viola, it just gives you an extra set of dimension in the sound. And again, we're talking about getting the back of the viola resonating.
Yeah,
it's really, really important. So that's there, and we're there, and of course we've got. I sort of try and teach 2 bow holds and 2 bow arms, really. So if you're playing in 3 pianissimos, that's going to be completely useless. So don't try and do it. You know that thing where you suddenly find yourself in orchestra going, "Oh help! I'm going to play really quietly."
Oh yes, yes, I do. Terrifying.
That's clearly that bow hold's not going to work for that. So I have quite a good technique for that. Should we?
Yes.
Have a go?
Let's do it.
So if you can imagine that I'm going to have my bow the furthest down possible in my hold. My thumb is completely straight.
Yep.
And I'm hanging the bow. And I'm going to try and let the bow down almost so it's dropping out of the fingers.
Yeah. But don't drop it.
But don't drop it. Yeah. Because pinky's doing all the work, actually.
Yes.
I also have the bow in. That's it. So
tilted in.
Yeah, tilted in.
So the hair's slightly closer towards me.
Yes. So it's facing it in.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come and we're going to just hang there. There's a great way. If you bring pinky out by 0.5 centimetre, you can get the bow onto the string really easily.
Yeah, it's like a rudder,
exactly.
isn't it? Yes, yes.
You just moving it. So as you start playing, you probably move it back.
Yes.
But just to bring it
in.
I stole this from somebody else. So
yes, it does. It does.
Really
you can land more carefully there.
Yes, you've got so much good control then. And the moment you start, but then because of the hang, you can play so quietly.
up your volume to want to listen to this.
It's there, and then you can use that also. Yeah, it's a great way to play the opening of arpeggione, for example. So you're in that kind of color zone.
Yes.
But interestingly, it's also exactly the same bow that I use for spiccato, which is another conversation entirely. But the hang, I'm getting out of the bow's way. And so the bow works.
And it lets the viola ring, and you sound more expensive.
That's the general idea.
That's the idea.
I'll take that.